Good morning. Hi, you guys. How you doing this morning? It's the weekend. Okay. So, got some pretty patterns on my cubes. I'm Sunshine. I'm the creator of the ABCube method for solving Rubik's cubes. And so let's have some fun. So I did some patterns. I love to chat more than I love to monologue. I love to teach more than I love to demonstrate. So hop in and ask me questions if you wanna, or bring me your non-cuber friends. We can play. This is the Gigaminx, and I just did circles on it. Well, they're pentagons, but I was able to do that. On this one, I just took a corner and twisted it. I took a solved cube, twisted a corner, and then solved the rest of the corners like that. So I was able to get the stars there. That's pretty cool. This Yo-Yo, guess who's back? Hi, how are you doing? Good morning. How are you today? Okay. All right. Hop in when you want to. This is the pattern that I created. This is called softball. You're good. Awesome. Okay. So this is called softball because it has the look of, you've got the two pieces of cloth, two pattern pieces of cloth coming together like a softball. So we've got the red, orange, and yellow piece that goes this way, and it intersects with the blue, green, and black. This going this way. Yes, because the white cube has black stickers instead of white stickers. So the way this is done, this is 7 formula B's. Get you in this in this position. You got to figure. You're figuring. If you look at it, the middle is the way it's supposed to be. The top, we've got this. The yellow is here. The red is here. So we've taken this whole cube, this whole thing, and twisted it. And same here. So then these two have that parity in it to make it switch. So this is done with 7 formula B's. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do, because it's the same way to get to there as it is to get back. And so I just hold it with the orbit is correct, and then I have the stripes facing me for the other side. I'm going to do a formula B for the corners, rotate the top, and then do a formula B again, which is going to set these corners correct. And then I'm going to turn it upside down and sideways, and I'm going to do it again. So that's 2 formula B's for this, and then 2 formula B's for this side. And then I'm going to do 3 formula B's for the edges, and we'll be back to solved. So let's show you. So slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, that moved 3 things around. I rotate the top 1/4 turn, slice. I'm good. It sucks that I can't be here through the weekdays. Oh, okay. So it's formula A, and then I rotate the top 1/4 turn, formula B. I'm going to formula B again. The first row undoes the one I just did. So slide up, slide down, rotate the top. And that put the corners back where they were. Okay. Then I go upside down and sideways, do 2 more formula B's. Up, down, down, slide the top. Another formula B, up, down, slide the top. And now the corners are correct, and we're left with the sides with just these edges that need to be done. We've got this parity and this parity. So formula B moves 3 pieces. I'm going to bring this piece up, left piece up, and I'm going to do formula B for edges, which is going to move these 3 pieces. This one will be correct, and then the others will need to be worked with. So slide up, slide down, and then lower my left. Okay. Now the upside down and sideways is going to take this back piece here and put it in the bottom left position. So I'm going to bring it up, and we're going to add it to these two to make the three pieces I'm going to move. And so up, down, and again up, down, and lower the left. So that's my favorite pattern because it looks pretty and it's easy to do. How are you guys doing? Which should I play with today? It sucks that I can't be here through the weekday. That's because you're on the other side of the world, right? Thank you for that you want to be here for the weekends. Thank you that you want to be here other time. That makes me feel special. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. You're Eastern Standard Time? I'm Utah, so I don't know which standard time that is. But I'm it is currently 9:07 a.m. where I am. So let's do some time travel. I think I'm Mountain Standard Time. But it's 9 a.m., 9:07 where I am right now. Alright, so I can play with my minxes or I can play with my cubes. Oh, I'm going to show you this pattern. This is an extension of my logo. Because my logo is done with a 5x5 cube, and so this is a 7x cube, so I just turned it into a 5. I gave it an extra layer. But I have to go to school. Okay, so I'm gonna let me undo. So out, down, in, up. Okay, so if this were a 5x5, this is the pattern that I do for my logo. So line it up so it fits. And clearly I need it if I can't spell school. Thought you were using the Winnie the Pooh spelling. Okay, so this is how I do this. I do Formula A for the centers and go off center. So out, down, in, up, and out, down, in, up. Okay, and that's how it's done. And I did it twice now. One more time should fix it. So again, I'm looking at if it's a 5 I'm doing these ones and then these ones. So out, down, in, up, and then these 4 out, down, in, up. So I like the little pretty flower pattern on my 5x5. I was thinking about it and I tried to find a 6x6 minx. Oh, I did say I want one. It's really easy to find. Okay, do they have it? All right. I will look for one myself unless you want to send me a link. Text me a link, but because I will find it. I found this one, the 7x, the same that you can mix it, and so I'm going to get the 5x for that from that one, so that it will match, so that they'll have a match set for my 5x. I'm going to buy another minx. So I'm going to see if they make this the 6 so I can have a matching set. So I will find those. All right. So okay, so this is my 7x. I like it. It's my favorite 7x. I'm gonna make the pattern again. Okay. All right. So the center, I'm going to on this one I could do it with 3. I'm going to do these 3. Oops, sorry. I'm going to do these 3 as one, and then I'm going to do these 3 as one. So out, down, in, up. It's formula A. And then again for these three, out, down, in, up. Ta-da! So that's kind of big. If I do it again for this little one, out, down, in, up. And that's kind of a larger pattern for my logo. I like making patterns. I like doing fun stuff. All right. Okay. This one's solved. Okay. Here's a 2x2. Here's a 5x5. The 5x5 has the corners done, so I'm going to show you how to do the corners on the 2x2, and then we'll go right into the 5x5. Unless you guys want me to do, tell me what you want me to play with, and I'll play with that. If you have any questions about my method or how I came up with it, any questions you can ask me, hop in. Otherwise, I'm just going to play with my cubes. So. Alrighty. Okay. I start with yellow and find a yellow. Here's a yellow corner. This corner. What do I have? You guys want to see my cubes? Alright. I don't have my shelves unpacked yet, so all of my cubes are still in a crate. But this is my, I gotta show you this one. Have you seen my have you seen this one? This one? Show you my pretty cubes. Alright. Take the box off. Take the box off. Haha! Okay. Alright, that's too pretty. Alright, so I've got this is really, really nice. It's very hefty. It's very solid. Wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. Ha ha ha! This is the base for it. This is my dragon cube. Haha. Okay. White dragon on a red cube, and a silver dragon, sorry, not white, on a red cube. It's so pretty. And it's I've noticed that I haven't scrambled it and solved it because it's too pretty, but I've noticed that there are there are two corners that don't have a dragon piece on it. So those two corners can be interchanged. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 edges that can be interchanged. So if you get the corners done, then the edges can be, you just solve the dragon and the other pieces fall into place. So it's a little bit easier than solving the 3x3 because some of them don't matter. But look at that. Isn't he so cool? They're so cool. I love this one. This is my absolute favorite. I cannot wait to get my shelves up so I can have that sitting there. Haha. What else do I have? I have several of the minxes. You can parent what's the 3x3 minxes called? The 5 is the gig, the 7 is the mega. So this is just I don't know. Anyway, I've got a bunch of them. Mega minx. Wait, is it Meg the 7? No. Giga. No, Giga's the 5. What's the 7? I'm just a stupid American. The 7x. What does the 7x do? Which is the 7x called? I don't remember the names. I just call them the star puzzles because they make a star. All right. I'm going to set this aside. I'll put it back in its case. What else do I have? Oh, this is the Lego one. It's not actually Lego. It's the knockoff brand. But it's pretty. I like it, and the Legos do fit on it. The only thing that would make it better is if it was phased, so that you could put a block between these two. So like if there was the width of a, like if it was wide enough that the 3x3 would fit like these, that would be cool because you could build onto it. As it is, you can just put things on it, and so it looks like a little. So that's fun. What else do I have? I've got 1x1s. I've got little 1x1 cubes that are I can give out as oh, Tara. 7 is Tara. Thank you. Okay, so this is the Mega. I can do that. So I could do them. I could do the Mega. I could scramble that and solve it. I could scramble anything and solve it. Have you seen my Whitting 3x3x9? I was in the grocery store the other day, and oh, my purse. Have you seen my purse? I can show you my purse. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Every time, this is my purse. I bought it off of Etsy. I think it's one of a kind, but I'm not sure. I've seen other purses that are similar to Rubik's Cubes, but they don't have the realistic colors on it. They have like all the top corners are the same and the bottom corners are the same. And so it kind of bugs me because it's not really cubey. So I got this off Etsy, and everywhere I go, someone says, "Oh, I really like your purse." And so I'll say thank you, and I'll ask them if they cube. And if they don't cube, I say, "What do you want to learn?" What else I have? This is the heat changing one. This is the Phantom Cube, the heat changing one. And my hands are so cold that I can't make it. I can't make the colors change. So it's great in theory, but see if I can warm up my hands. Tara, that's the one I was looking for. Is for the 7x. Thank you. All right, so if I get my hands warm enough, you can see okay, there, you can start seeing the colors. So I do have the, doesn't work. This one is just different, this is the gray. This is just the gray to white to black cube. This is actually the one that on the Wednesday TV show of Little Wednesday Addams. She had this cube in her room. And then I have one that's just purple, shades of purple. Just varying shades of purple, because I like purple, so that's fun. And this one is shiny. Look, you guys, it's shiny. This is very, very light. Very, very, very light, as opposed to the Dragon Cube, which is very, very hefty. Very hefty, feels nice. And then I've got this. This is a little, this is a fidget spinner. You can spin the orbit around, or you can hold on to the orbit and you can spin the center around like so. And you can take it apart and have a top and spin the top by itself if you want to. So I do have that. That's fun. But I was in the grocery store and someone said, "Hey, I love your purse." And so I said, "Do you cube?" And he said, "Yeah, actually, I'm the state champion." I said, "Really?" So I shook his hand and we talked for a bit. But he wanted me to explain my method. So I had pulled out my little keychain 3x3. We worked on that. But then I thought he'd be interested in this. I pulled this out of my purse. And he's now going to go buy one because he's fascinated by it. But I showed him how my formula, solves it. All you need is formula A, formula B, which he was very enthralled with. So that was fun. It was a fun 20 minutes talking to another cuber. Cubers are so fun to meet in the wild. So those are the most interesting ones I have. I have some other. I have a pen. I have a pen in my purse. I'll show you my pen. Ta-da! Don't let me fall. Okay. Oh, so the sides on my purse, the sides are somewhat random, as the cube would be. The top is just a zipper, bottom is just black. First thing I did when I got it, of course, is tried to make my cube match it. And the problem with that is that while blue is opposite green, we have red opposite white. So unless I wanted to get an orange marker and color that orange, I couldn't make my cubes match it. But I do inside have a pen that is a Rubik's pen, where it was on a lanyard. My lanyard broke. The clip for my lanyard broke. But in order to take the pen cap off, you have to line up the cap, and then and then it comes off. So you just twist it, and you've got your lid on it. And so that's fun. I like that. I do have different. I do have some Rubik's things that are not actually cubical. Cube-ish. Like I've got a snake. I've got the Rubik's snake. I've got some things from the Rubik's game. Oh, I have a in the box, never opened, from the 80s Rubik's Cube. And I also, let me go get that. That'll be fun. Okay, here we go. All right. This is in the box, never opened. It says Rubik's Cube, and this is from 1982, I think. 82. It says somewhere. But that's what the logo used to just be. Just Rubik's Cube. Without the colors and stuff. And yeah, so that's fun. And the reason, if you look at it here, it says Where does it say? The original Rubik's Cube. And the fact that it says the original means you know that it wasn't a first run, because the first Rubik's Cubes didn't have to say the original. They only had to say the original after the patent got, the patent got skipped, bypassed, because Rubik didn't actually invent the puzzle. What he invented was a way to hold the pieces all together without them falling apart. So what he patented was a way to hold the cubes together. The puzzle itself existed as a 2x2 before Rubik's came along, and it was a 2x2 like this. Whoops! Stop moving the camera. It was a 2x2 like this, but it was held together by magnets, not by a center ball. It was just a 2x2, and you could twist it with magnetically, and then when you couldn't get it, if you couldn't solve it, you could take it apart, put it back together again. And so it was the puzzle. The idea was 6-sided puzzle, cubicle shape, 6 different colors, 1 on each side, and you had to try to get the colors to match. And it was a 2x2. Inventor was Nichols, I believe. And so when Mr. Rubik came along and created the 3x3, what he patented was the way of holding the cube together so it didn't fall apart. And people overseas came up with other ways to hold the cube together, and so the patent was broken. And so then he had to come out and say the original, so that we would all give money to his company, the original Rubik's Cube. So I do have that. Also, and this is, whoops, hold on. Another thing that I have from the early 80s, and I did not have this at the time, I found this later. But this is, see, from Ideal, can you zoom in? There you go, Ideal Toy Corporation from 1982. And it is a Rubik's Cube, but you have little, every piece has an indent. And what you have here is some little pegs. And so before competing, before the speed competition was a big thing, as big as it is now, he had to find other ways to try to make money out of his cube. So he came up with a game. And the game was, I've read the rules online, was you divide the colors up by how many people you have. If you've got between 2 to 6 players, then you have between 1 and 3 different colors that are assigned to you. But you choose what your colors are, and then each person, and I don't know, it's not clear whether you start with a scrambled cube or whether you start with a solved cube, because they didn't actually say that. But the rules say that each person puts a peg in, on their color, and then makes one twist, and then gives the cube to the next person who puts a peg in and makes a twist, and they keep passing the cube around. And the first person to get 3 in a row of their color, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, wins the game. So by getting a 3 in a row of your color, you win the game. And so this is actually from 1982. I've never actually played it, because this is what a cube from the 80s was like. Okay? It took 2 hands to move the cube. There was no finger tricks. There was no cornering. It took 2 hands to turn it. This is the original cube is not. This is a little bit more clunky than the original, but not a lot. It really is what it was like back then. You had to turn the cube like so. So this is the game. Those are the most fascinating cubes that I have. I have other ones. I've got like from the 2 up through the 11. 11's the biggest one I have. Oops, that's not right. It has to. I should put it back. I should uncheckerboard it. All right. Now I shall put it back. There, see? Red, yellow, and green. It's the stickers are match the sides of the Rubik's Cube. Okay, so there's that. That's. Oh, I also have the Impossible Cube. Do not like. I have no use for a cube that can't make up its mind what color it's supposed to be. So my colors are showing. You can see that this is actually in the pattern of my softball. So I can probably solve it blind. So, let's see if I can. So pretty. I got this. Okay. Alright, so the slides that way. You gotta make sure that the slides are going the right direction. Okay. Alright. There you see. Alright, I'm gonna do my pattern and then I'm gonna see whether it's solved. So formula B, slide up, slide down, slide down. Rotate the top. Undo it with the next formula B. Up, down, down, slide the top. Upside down and sideways, do formula B for corners again. Up, down, down, slide, and up, down, down, slide. It's not working. And then I go up, B for centers, B for edges, and back down again. Upside down and sideways. Slide up, slide up. It's working! The colors are coming out. This is either going to be a solved cube or a double scrambled cube. Oh! Haha, I double scrambled it. Anyway, if I get a heat sock and rest it on the heat sock, then I can clear it up enough to play with it. But this is the, like I said, the Phantom Cube that the colors. This is yellow. Alright. Alright, so I've got, I don't know what I did, but this is blue, so the blue's coming out. This is good. White is done. Can I solve it from here? Okay, this is yellow. This is blue. I probably can, because I think I have the first two layers done. Those look green, right? And those are all the white. Okay, so I need to do these corners again. So up, down, down, up, down, down. The corners are now correct. Hey, it's working. My hands are warming up. Alright, so no, these need to be flipped again. These are wrong. I'm going to do it back. Up, down, down, up, down, down. Alright. There. The corners were correct. Alright. Okay, I can see it now. It's working. Alright, so these are, I have two parodies. That's what I did. I did the parodies. Instead of undoing a parody, I did another parody. So I've got these two as a parody, and these two as a parody. Right? Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna work my yellow corners then. All right, so this is yellow and red. Line it up. I'm going to place this piece. I can see now. You guys saw how long it took for the thermal something to start working, right? Okay, so are you orange or red? You're orange. Okay. Okay. And then I've got to displace this one. I can do it. We can do it. We have the technology. Once we can see what the colors are. Wait, there. Ha, I can see colors. Okay. Oh, blue is my top color. Then this will go to here. There, I did it. See? See, you can see the colors. It's working. Okay, so we've got green and yellow and red and blue and orange and white. All right. Okay, well, all right, those are the most exciting cubes that I have. I have a plus cube. I showed it yesterday. Do you want it? It's a. Should I get it? Should I get my plus cube? Are you interested? I'm so happy when it works, when you can actually see the colors. It does look kind of dusty and dirty though with this way, but it's fun. It's fun. I like it. All right, that's it. What fun stuff do you guys have? Do you have anything fun? All right. If you guys chat with me, I'll stay and solve some more cubes. If you guys don't want to chat with me, then I'm gonna go feed myself some breakfast. First time chat. Someone said hello. Hi. Business cuber. Hello. Hi. I'm Sunshine. Nice to meet you. Wait. I think you left already because I don't see you in my chat list. But thank you for saying hello to me. I appreciate that. Oh, you are still here. Why are you not on my list then? Well, it's nice to meet you. I am Sunshine. I'm the creator of the ABCube formula for solving Rubik's Cubes. And today I've just been showing off my cubes. But Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves, and with it you can solve... Hello! Okay, with it you can solve every complexity Rubik's Cube, because they are all solved the exact same way. I do corners first, then edges, then centers, because it's easier for me that way. If a parity comes up, I can just undo it and continue and not have to worry about that. With the ABCube method, you don't have to worry about parity algorithms, so that's a fun thing. Formula A is 4 moves. It brings the corner to the top and twists the corners around if I want them to. And Formula B is 8 moves, and it's a mathematical 0. For every left there's a right, for every up there's a down, which means that it only moves 3 pieces and only 3 pieces around. So if you can do it, if it's the first 3 pieces you're setting, or if it's the last 3 pieces you're setting, you're not messing up the rest of the cube. So Formula A, Formula B, all you need to solve every complexity Rubik's Cube. It also works on every complexity Minx, including my Terra Minx. And again, Formula A moves a piece, and Formula B moves 3 pieces around. And no matter how big of a cube you have, you don't have to use any parity algorithms, because a parity is always caused by one thing and only one thing. The cube is lying to you. The cube is basically honest, and it will always, you do the thing happens. It's predictable. Formula B moves 3 pieces around, and there's always going to be, if there's a piece to move, there's always 3 pieces to move. If you only see 2 pieces, it is because you cannot see the third piece. And so the third piece that you can't see is the center that touches that parity. So if you have a parity, the third piece that you can't see is the third piece that you can't see. You rotate that 1/4 turn, and then solve the edges again. The parity has disappeared, poof, all gone. You're new. You're new to me, or you're new to cubing? I can see that you're a first-time chatter. I have been cubing, a little bit about me, I've been cubing off and on since the 80s when it came out. I actually saw the cube a couple years before because my brother had gone to Germany and came back with it, and before it made its way to America, and so he was showing me the cube, and I'm like, how does it work? And he says, well, look, you can turn it, see the corner? You can turn it this way and this way and this way, all 3 corners. I'm like, how? He says, I don't know. You're from Italy. Okay, well, nice to meet you. I'm a stupid American, but so you already speak more English than I speak Italian, so you're smarter than me. But so I've been cubing since the 80s. I watched the first championship live on TV, where I thought that I was pretty good on my 3x3 because it took me about 3 minutes to solve the cube, and I thought that was pretty good. And I learned there was going to be a cube competition. I'm like, ooh, let's watch it. And then everybody was less than a minute, and everybody was they were moving the cubes faster than my eyes could follow, which if my eyes can't follow it, it's just magic. It's just magic. And I watched the championship. It wasn't the world record because it was just the United States, but the lowest score, highest person was 23.42 seconds, if I'm remembering right. I could be remembering wrong, but it was in the 20 seconds. And I looked at that TV, and I looked at the cube in my hand, and I'm like, I just put the cube down. I'm like, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I was so disappointed in myself that I didn't pick the cube up for about a month, and then I picked it up and started playing with it again because it's just too fun. But while I wasn't a speed cuber, I did find that it was very easy for me to teach. It wasn't my own method, it was this method right here. The Simple Solution to Rubik's Cubes by James Norris. This just happened to be the book that was on sale at the book spiral thing at my 7-Eleven, so that's the one I picked up, and that's the one I learned and memorized it, and then I could solve the cube. But my friends had cubes that weren't solved, and they're like, can you teach me? I'm like, absolutely, I can teach you. And so I just taught them what I'd memorized. I just parroted back to them what I'd memorized. And so, a little gray middle schooler I was. What's my personal best? My personal best, and I don't have the only timer I have is the only time I time myself is when I'm using my GoCube, because it has an internal timer. And my personal best is right about 1.5 minutes still. But considering when it's down from 3 minutes in the 80s, that's it's improvement, right? Numbers going in the right direction. So I'm not fast on solving the cube, but I can teach the cube inside of 2 hours. I have usually 2 1-hour sessions a week apart. I can teach when I'm actual teach time less than 2 hours, and I'm teaching not just the 3x3. I'm teaching the 5x5 as well. I teach the 2 through the 5 all at the exact same time. I teach the corners first, and then, oh, you did the corners, great. Now do the corners on this one. Now do the corners on this one, and get them really, really comfortable with doing the corners, which is A and B. And once they're comfortable with the corners, I'm like, now you know what? That's all you need to know. There's nothing more to learn. That's it. Just A and B will solve all the rest of the cubes. And I'll give them a cube to play with through the week. like a 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, some big cube to play with through the week. And I say, just explore. Formula A is the corners or the absolute center, and B is everything else. And but it's always going to be one row and two columns, and the two columns dictate which things move. So if you use the outside columns, the corners move. If you outside and inside column, the edges move. Two inner columns and the centers move. So just go play with that and come back. And they come back a week later. They have a question. It's usually about a parity because I didn't cover that, and so I show them how to just make the 1/4 turn and solve it, and it's done. And at the end of that second hour, they leave with one of my cubes, and they know that they can pick up any cube and put it down solved because it's just A and B. Your personal best is 22 seconds on a 3x3. That is everyone who's a speed cuber. I am just amazed at everyone who can do under a minute. But I actually became Facebook friends with Jeffrey Verasano. Was the guy who was the first record setter. He wrote this book. Jeff solves the cube. Jeff conquers the cube in 45 seconds, and so can you. And so I bought him. But anyway, someone told me that my AB method reminded them of the Verasano method. And so I went and looked him up, and I'm like, wait, I know who you are. I'm a fangirl. So I said hi to him, and we chatted for a while. It was so cool. His brain is so beautiful, you guys. He has a cute tutorial out there. It's about an hour. But he just says, do whatever you need to do. If you want to want to twist this to piece, do whatever you need to do to get it to the top, and then move the top, and then just reverse what you did. I'm like, how do you just reverse? I don't understand. My brain will not just reverse. I have to have it written down, or I can't reverse. So anyway, if you look him up, go befriend him on Facebook. He runs a pizzeria now in Georgia, and he does the same. His brain is, in the same way that he just bisected the cube and just took it apart in his head and figured out how it worked. He did the same thing with pizza crust. He's trademarked a pizza recipe that is like, I don't know, thousands of words. Anyway, his brain is beautiful. Go look him up. 22 seconds, yeah. And if you're fast, if you move the cube faster than my eyes can follow, I'm in awe of you. I think everyone can do in under 10 seconds. You're probably right, but when I learned, I didn't learn. My brain works visually more than the algorithms, and because I'm probably on the scale. I've never been diagnosed, but I'm probably on the autism scale. But when I learned the method, I learned it by muscle memory. And so it's hard for me to break that muscle memory. It's hard for me to go faster than my muscles. I'm sure I could retrain it. I'm sure if I tried, I could probably beat a minute. I don't know about if I can do it under 10 seconds, but I could probably beat a minute if I tried. But I can beat a minute with just the AB method. I know there are faster ways to do it. This is not a speed solving method. This is not a fewest moves method. The faster you are, the more concise, the more precise your movements are, the fewer moves you're making, the more complex the algorithms that you have to memorize. So I could probably, maybe I could, because I do know other methods, but this method works for me because, number one, I can teach anybody. Number two, it's because it's so repetitive. It's kind of relaxing to my brain. It helps my brain get into a meditative state. I have to do at least a 7x, because anything smaller than that doesn't give my brain time to settle into the pattern of what I'm doing, and anything bigger than that I get bored with. But because it's the same thing over and over again, lather, rinse, repeat. It's very calming to my brain. It's very meditative to my brain. I've never been good at competing with other people, and I know that speed solving is just competing against your own time. But I could probably go under a minute if I tried. But right now my personal best is 1.5 minutes. So that's fun. That's fun for me. So the thing about the difference between the cubes and the minks, both of them can be solved with just A and B. The only differences between as it relates to the ABCube method, the difference between the cube and the minks is that the cube does not have an order of operations. You can do it whatever order you want to. I teach corners, edges, and centers because it gives me visual clues to remind me where I'm at. And if I have a parity, I can just undo it as I see it and don't have to worry about a parity algorithm at the end. But the cube had no order of operations and does have you can get a parity, and the minks cannot have a parity, but there is an order of operations. The reason why you can't have a parity is, like I said, a parity is caused by one of the centers, one of the layers being a quarter turn off. With a cube, if this is a quarter turn off this way, it's 3/4 turns off the other way. So either way, it's an odd number of turns off. But on a minx, if I do a quarter turn off this way, that's 4/4 turns off the other way. So because it's still an even number of turns off, I can solve it. So you cannot have a parity on a minx. You can't have a parity on the cubes. All right. Anybody have any questions for me? Since we're just kind of gabbing here, not actually demonstrating. I can demonstrate it. I can show you what it happens on a solved cube, so you can just see what happens. Oh, this cube, this one, this is a favorite of mine. It's a 3x3x9. Oh, you have a someone more talking. I have a YouTube channel, and I can't you can't YouTube me? I have a YouTube channel. I'm youtube.com/@ABCube method. It's ABCUBE. So it's @ABCube method is me on YouTube. So you should be able to follow me. I'm also on Twitch. I Twitch every day. How about that? You can also find me. This is fun. If you check my bio on however you check your bio, I'm still new. But if you check my bio, I am also listed on Wikipedia. If you look for the Professor's Cube, which is what the 5x5 was originally called when it first came out. 3x3 was the Rubik's Cube, because that's what it was. The 2x2 came out and it was called the Pocket Cube. The 4x4 came out and was called Rubik's Revenge. And then the 5x5 came out and was called the Professor's Cube. So if you go to Wikipedia and look at the Professor's Cube, scroll down to Solutions, I'm the last paragraph. ABCube method with me is the last paragraph on the 5x5 on the Professor's Cube, because it's a standalone method for solving the 5x5. There's not a lot of standalone methods. Most methods are learn the 3x3, learn this to make the 4x4 possible, add these ones to make the 5x5, and then you can do it, and then just reduce it, reduction method kind of thing like that. This is not a reduction method. That you can just pick up a 5x5, you've never solved anything before, and solve the 5x5. So that's why I am one of the methods on the Professor's Cube on Wikipedia. So yay me! But yeah, go follow me on YouTube. The YouTube channel is really not standalone. I mean, it can be, but what I did is right here, where it says abcube.how, that's where my tutorial is. That's on Wix. It's on abcube.how. And what I did is I took each step and made a video out of its own step. Thank you for following me on YouTube. Awesome. Yay. So I made each step of it its own. I made each step its own vlog. If you did it as a vlog, I need to redo it as